Welcome to the Door County Podcast. Thanks for pushing play. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome into the KBD Apparel and Graphics Studio. This is the Door County Podcast. My name is Kip. How is everything going for you this week? It is 40 degrees currently with some light rain here on May 12th as I record this intro and stuff. We have a great interview with Alexa from Destination Sturgeon Bay. So I don't want to take a whole bunch of time because she is full of information on helping you plan your summer, whether you're local or visiting Door County. So we will get into that soon. But first, I just wanted to mention some road closures and constructions. According to what I am seeing right now, there's no major state highway construction project scheduled in Door County for 2026. So that is kind of music to my ears. We have County B, Sturgeon Bay, city limits to North Shoreside Circle. Milling the intersection, work May 13th and 14th. Paving starts the week of May 18th. There's flagging possible. And lane closures, expected completion around June 22nd, weather dependent. So access will be limited, but I'm sure you can still get through there. Not 100% sure. And the County S to Emerald Drive and Spruce Drive, Highway 4257, ongoing reconstruction started April 6th. They say approximately 90 working days, and it's closed to through traffic in the work area. Detours via Emerald Drive, 4257, local business access maintained. Use caution. So yeah, you can figure on your plans of County S being closed for a little while yet. Other possible localized closures, County T or W on Washington Island reported in recent updates. You'll have to check the current status on that. And you can always check real-time conditions via the 511wi.gov website, the Door County Highway Department, or local sheriff's office, as weather can affect projects. Here's a few ongoing events here in Sturgeon Bay. Atomic Bingo, Tuesdays, Yoga in the Park, Saturdays starting May 23rd in Sturgeon Bay. Farmers Market is coming up May 30th, that's starting, and you will learn all about that in this interview with Alexa. A lot of music performances. May 16th, village-wide rummage sale in Sister Bay. The 17th, Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, motorcycle event in Sturgeon Bay for prostate cancer awareness. And the 23rd and 24th, Sturgeon Bay Fine Art Fair, and various concerts and performances May 22nd through 24th all around. And another big one is the Crossroads Trail Run returns for its 17th year on June 13th in Sturgeon Bay. I don't know when the exact cutoff is to sign up for that. I'm pretty sure you can sign up day of, but it's more expensive. We will have a lot more on that in our next episode, as we did an awesome interview with the director, Sam, over there, and that will be in our next episode. That is going to do it for right now. I would like to let everybody know that this episode is also brought to you by DC Life Tech. These days, technology is life. DC Life Tech is here to help you. Are your emails or data not syncing? Printer not working? Did your device or computer stop working? Don't panic. Right here in town, DC Life Tech. If you get a new device, they can transfer all of your data to the new device. Don't be worried. It might not be lost if your old device, crapped the bed. Don't just throw it away. Bring it into DC Life Tech. See if they can transfer all of your data. A lot of times they can. Also, they want you to know fraud is rampant these days. Be proactive and ask DC Life Tech about fraud and virus protection for as little as $99 per year. They can sometimes just remote into your computer without having you bring it in. So DC Life Tech, be confident, be proactive. Let DC Life Tech help empower your tech journey. Located in the Fairfield building on the corner of 3rd Avenue and Michigan Street, downtown Sturgeon Bay. Thank you to DC Life Tech. Now let's get into this episode, as Alexa from Destination Sturgeon Bay is going to fill you full of information. And stay tuned, because we might have an exciting announcement that has to do a little bit with the Door County Podcast and Destination Sturgeon Bay, but I'm not going to say anything yet till we confirm some details. You might hear from them a little bit more often with updates on this podcast, so make sure you subscribe, like, follow wherever you're listening to this so you don't miss out on the latest upcoming events in Sturgeon Bay and surrounding areas. Now, here's Alexa from Destination Sturgeon Bay. Hello, everyone. Today I am here with Alexa from Destination Sturgeon Bay. How's everything going for you? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm good. My name is Alexa. I'm the marketing director here at Destination Sturgeon Bay, and I'm really excited to be on this podcast today.
Well, I appreciate it because I know you're a very busy person. Just a little background on you. You do like the graphic design type stuff here.
Yeah, so I am, like I was saying, marketing director. So I do a plethora of different things. My day to day doesn't always look the same. It could be, writing press releases, creating ads for the Pulse or Door County Daily News, WDOR, The Lodge, radio ads, posters, writing content for our activity guide, or even setting up for events. So I do a lot throughout my days, and especially with summer coming up, it just starts to pick up a little bit.
That sounds super busy. I know what busy's all about. But let's jump into right away what the benefits are for businesses to be a member of Destination Sturgeon Bay. I have been a member. I know the benefits, but everybody might not know what all comes with that and the
Right.
benefits of it.
Right. So I'll start off too by explaining kind of what Destination Sturgeon Bay is. So we're a local nonprofit organization that specializes in travel and tourism. And practically what that means is that our member businesses or local businesses buy in to be a part of our organization. And our organization is all about promoting our local businesses. So when you buy in, you have the chance for local networking, marketing exposure, educational opportunities, and event participation, website listing, business information, and referrals. So we're all about promoting our local Sturgeon Bay community, but also promoting our events as well and making sure our local businesses are part of that.
And one advantage that I found is if somebody walks in the door here and is asking for a service or a certain kind of business, the businesses that are members get recommended first.
100%, which is always really fun too because no visitor is the same. Everyone wants something different. And it's also interesting because it's not just visitors that come into our welcome center, it's a lot of locals. So, for example, for you, if someone wants, for example, a window cling, which is what we want, or any sort of branding, we call Kip. And we recommend Kip because that's our guy. So it's the one and the same for visitors and locals for that aspect.
And I really appreciate that. I mean, one little advantage I have is there's not a ton of me. Like restaurants, there's a lot more.
Right.
So you might have to ask somebody, well, what kind of food are you looking for today?
Exactly, yeah.
There's Mexican here, there's bar-style food here.
Yeah.
So at least you can give them the list, and if you're not on it,
Right.
you might not be found as fast.
Yeah.
That's just what I came across.
And that's what's interesting too, is because people come into our welcome center and like I was saying, people like different things. So we kind of have it laid out, especially on our website, sturgeonbay.net. We have different categories laid out. So we have stay, dine, shop, experience, and there's categories under each of those lists for what someone might be looking for. So we kind of go through our website in our heads when we're talking to visitors or even locals to try to figure out what would suit them best for their experience here.
Yeah, and let's talk about that a little bit because this isn't just all about business. Visitors, vacationers, locals can just come in here and maybe they don't know where to find a certain service or product.
Right.
You can point them in all kinds of directions. They might not even know a service is available in Sturgeon Bay or Door County.
Right.
And you can point them in the right direction.
For sure. And that's what's cool, too, with our Welcome Center. We just got a renovation, which is nice. We really needed that. But now we have a bigger slat wall, so we have rack cards from all of our member businesses where we can easily point a visitor or a local in the direction of what they're looking for. And they can literally just grab it off the wall. There's a phone number, email address on them typically. So they can just grab it and take it with them, and it's as easy as that for people.
I want to jump into the events now, and then unless you have anything else more you want to say about Destination Sturgeon Bay, we can cover that again at the end too.
Yeah.
But I think we should start with the staple,
Let's
the
do it.
farmers market.
Yes.
That is been again as a business owner. There's days where if the weather isn't the greatest and sales are a little bit slower. I'm not going to give numbers, but I'm telling you, for me, it's worth it to set up every day. Basically, by the hour, if you figure out how much you make by the hour, it's worth it for sure. And if you do have a slower day, I have gained customers just walking by, business owners that didn't even know I was here doing it for 10 years.
Right. The exposure.
Yeah, so I'll let you take on the farmers market because
Yeah.
I just know what it's like from my side, but I highly recommend it, and it's very inexpensive.
Right.
You just have to get your butt up early Saturday morning.
Yes, that's the part. But our Sturgeon Bay Farmers Market is throughout Nebraska Street and 3rd Avenue from 8 a.m. till noon every Saturday. And for those of you who don't know, Sturgeon Bay is the largest farmers market in the county. We have probably over 3,000 people that attend each and every weekend, which is incredibly insane. But we have a bunch of different vendors. We have produce vendors, we have craft vendors, jewelry vendors, food vendors, you name it, and there's something for you here. So our farmers market has definitely grown over the years. We're always tight on space. We always sell out. So it's just gotten bigger and better every single year, and that's definitely a Sturgeon Bay staple.
Yeah, you're always expanding onto a street here, a street there.
Right.
So what can people find? There's locals that come down to the farmers market every single weekend.
Right.
Like they make sure they make it.
Yep.
There's a marina right across the bridge. A couple of them. There's another one right down the road. Those people get up, if they're staying on their boat, they come walk the farmers market. I know there's all kinds of different businesses. So can you just go through a few from the food to the
Right.
handmade? You know more than I do what's all there. So
All good. Well, something cool about our farmers market is that we are sponsored by Bank First, so that makes a huge difference. We also partner with United Way, and we do EBT food shares as well. So people can hand in their token and get a food share and shop the local fresh produce, which is amazing. One of our long-standing annual vendors is Sully's Produce, and they kill it every single market. They have their fresh produce, they have fresh plants, and they're definitely a staple in our market. We also have DC Meats, which is a staple. People literally line up for their hot dogs and their brats. My executive director's favorite brat is a pineapple teriyaki, so that's
Yep.
a long-standing favorite. We also have Amish Bob, who comes in with his donuts, and all of his family comes up, and they're definitely a staple. We have Emerald Acre Farms. We have Doorborn, which is a Door County lifestyle brand, Bayshore Outfitters. You name it, we have everything. Tom, Self Cider, Plants. We just have a plethora of people that come to the market each and every year that make it incredible. And they are also always expanding too. They're always changing up their menu and what they're selling. And I think that's great because it's about consistency with them being there, but it's also really nice because it's not always the same things every market.
Right.
So it's always kind of switched up a little bit, which makes it great for the people that come to the market every Saturday too, so that it's not always the same things being sold.
yeah, there's everything from my sister comes down and they do 3D printing and they have all these like little dragons and cool stuff so there's everything from food and handmade stuff. There's a lot of awesome art too.
There's a lot of awesome art. We also have photographers that sell their photography on canvas, which is incredible. Like Paul Hahn from Dorco Photo, he sets up right in front of his gallery, which is right next to our office. And the amount of times that he's had people stop by his farmer's market booth and then point them into the direction of his gallery and make a sale is insane. And that's all we've wanted too, is just to see everyone at the market thrive and, get their name out there because, a lot of people are visitors coming up, but if they make a connection with one of our vendors, they're more likely to come up that next Saturday or the Saturday after that. And, just to have that connection and love someone's product, it's huge for our community.
Yeah, I just did a sign for DC Custom Meats.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know how the vendors close to him handle it because I'm usually down kind of across the street from him, and if the wind's blowing the right way, I'm just hungry all day.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
I know. We have a bunch of vendors that actually leave their booths to go get a
Yeah.
brat or a hot dog or a burger. I, for one, can say that's my breakfast every morning at the market. So it's really nice that he's there. He's a staple. Everyone knows him and his wife too, and they're great.
I guess it's popular in some places, but I would like to consider mostly in Wisconsin. Not only in Wisconsin, but you go and get a flavored brat or pulled pork at 8:30 in the morning for
Yes.
breakfast.
And it's so normalized.
It's awesome. I know.
It's like that's just what you do at the farmers market. And yeah, we have a lot of visitors that stop by. We have our own information booth. We sell merch as well. And if it's someone's first time at the market, it's really fun to kind of explain to them how things work. Or, they can obviously go wherever they want, do whatever they want. But we always recommend going to DC Meats too, because it's totally normal. It's 9:00. Go eat a brat.
Yeah, exactly. And then people can also, especially if they're not local, go through the market, and then they can go walk all 3rd Avenue.
Yeah.
There's tons of excellent businesses there, and like the candy places,
Yeah.
and there's clothing stores and a few more
Yeah.
restaurants, and there's so much to do. You could literally make a couple hours out of it.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah, so easy. It's market, the way it's placed, it's very cohesive. So you could start on one side of 3rd Avenue and then work your way all the way down to the other side. The farmers market doesn't go Michigan Street to Jefferson Street, but if you keep walking down there, like you said, you'll hit all these other amazing businesses. And something we recommend for people to do too is stop at our info booth and grab a Sturgeon Bay walking map, because a lot of people don't know that you can actually just walk right across the bridge to the west side and then do a whole loop to the other bridge. And so we always recommend that people kind of get to both sides of Sturgeon Bay. But it's really cool. Yeah, I love the market. It's great to meet new people, and we've had people from Germany, we've had people from as close as Minnesota. People come from all over. So that's what I love about the market.
Farmers market's great, both for local businesses and customers, and even locals. Like I
Right.
said, there's certain locals every day
Yeah.
that come down.
Every single day, yeah. It's just one of those staple events in Sturgeon Bay that you can't miss.
When does the market open?
May 30th through October 10th, every Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon.
Okay, so that's what people can look forward to. This episode will definitely be out before then. Check out the farmers market every Saturday. Are there times it's ever canceled? Like, how far ahead of time? Because sometimes if some nasty weather rolls in.
Yeah. Since being here, we've only canceled one, but that was extreme winds and thunder and lightning. But otherwise, we're a rain or shine market. So even if it's raining or drizzling, of course, some vendors won't show up because their product cannot get wet. But usually it's rain or shine. So typically we don't cancel unless it's pretty dangerous weather conditions.
If there's rain in the forecast, like for sure, I don't come. Because
Yeah,
I got
which
shirts
is
out,
fine.
I don't want, so who wants to buy a silk t-shirt,
Well, right, exactly. And it's difficult too, because we understand too our vendors cancel as well. So we always like to listen to them, but we really rely on our produce vendors because if they already picked all the produce,
Yep.
they need to sell it. We are going to have the farmers market so that they can sell that product, because otherwise it obviously goes bad. So we listen to Sully's Produce, Bordeaux Farms, Emerald Acres, you name it, our produce vendors, and see what they would like to do, and then we go from there. So,
And I'm telling you, the fresh produce thing, I grew up on a farm. I know what it's all about, but if you're not local and not from here, and let's say you live in a big city in the middle of Chicago or something, and you're up here visiting, there's nothing like it. It's not, you can go to the store and buy fresh stuff, but there's nothing like the stuff that came out of the ground and what came straight to the market.
100%.
There's nothing like it. There are major differences between the store and
I totally agree.
and fresh, and it's, you go home, if you make a dish with some fresh tomatoes and lettuce, whatever you buy, it's so much different. Just pay attention to that one time, and I come down to these places at the market and get some fresh produce
For sure.
and just enjoy it. That's awesome. 'Cause
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't do that anymore. It's getting harder and harder,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of awesome farms around here yet.
Exactly.
And hopefully they stay. So come get some fresh produce and look at
Right.
everything else.
Right.
Okay, so now that we got the market covered, what are some of the big events over the summer that Destination Sturgeon Bay takes care of?
Well, a big one coming up is our Sturgeon Bay Fine Art Fair. It's May 23rd through the 24th, and it's artists from all over the Midwest that come up near Martin Park and sell fine art of all types of different mediums. So it could be glass, wood, drawing, painting, metal, photography. All of them line our streets down Pennsylvania and so on and sell fine art. That's a big one because we also have live music. We have kids activities, food vendors. That's really like the kickoff event for summer, and that one's always fun. Another big one, especially this year, is 4th of July. It's the 250th anniversary of America, so it's going to be a really big one. And also in Sunset Park, there should be an opening or a ribbon cutting ceremony for the new playground going in on the 4th of July, too. So it's just going to be a very busy day at Sunset Park, and it's also on a Saturday, so it's going to be Farmers Market in the morning.
Ooh.
And then the 4th of July at night. But that one's always a huge, huge event for us. And yeah, there's thousands of people that come through the park, so that one's a big one for sure. We also have Harvest Fest, which is our other big event as well. That's September 19th, 2026, and that one's huge. This year it looks a little bit different because we've expanded that one as well. So we're also going to have some activities on the west side, so I won't get into that too much because it's still kind of a surprise. But that's going to be a big one this year.
That's called a tease.
Yes, that's a tease. That's a tease for you. And then a local favorite for sure, too, is obviously our Christmas by the Bay weekends. We have our tree lighting, and then we also do our Christmas by the Bay parade. And those are our big events. We have a lot of events. I don't think people realize we have 10 plus events in Sturgeon Bay, so there's almost an event every single month. So we are constantly doing things and planning for these events and in contact with our local businesses and our vendors and food vendors. So, and the city of Sturgeon Bay, the police department, fire department. It takes a lot of planning and coordination, and it's a lot of hard work, but we love to do it, and we're really excited for this upcoming summer season. It should be fun.
Okay, so let's circle back a little bit to the 4th of July. And Sunset Park, see, I didn't even know that. So there's a new playground going in there?
Yes, there's a kid's new playground going in there. We've had that old playground there for a while, and she's a little beat up. The ribbon cutting or grand opening, I guess, of it should be on Saturday, 4th of July this year, which is really exciting, especially for all the kids that come out to Sunset Park for 4th of July. They'll have a nice playground to play on.
And for anybody that maybe hasn't been there or is coming up and vacationing that weekend, we should talk a little bit about all the festivities that go on that day there. The food vendors, the bands.
Yes.
It's right on the beach. I mean, I know for a fact we get there early, really early, and get a spot.
Yes.
And then we cook there, and the kids are on the beach, and it's just all day.
It's really turned into an all-day event, even though it typically starts at 4 or 5 o'clock. But yeah, people stake out their spots super early.
Like 10 a.m.
Yeah, because it's like the parking over there is also kind of insane. And last year there was a little bit of like a road closure somewhat. They were working on the road, and it can get a little jumbled up over there by the road. But people definitely like to get there early, park early, walk over early, and kind of set up their spot for where they'd like to watch the fireworks, because it does get packed like very quickly. We have our live music that typically starts at 5 o'clock, so people really start, piling in around then. We have our stage there, and then like you were saying, we have a bunch of food vendors. We sell beverages too, but yeah, we typically have like 10 or so food and beverage vendors throughout the park, so it's a pretty big event, and there's so many people that come by.
Yeah, I know there's corn, and then the most popular stand is probably the cheese curd.
The cheese curd, yes, the dog house, he does his cheese curds. People love it. They're obsessed. We also have
and pizza trucks. There's
pizza trucks for sure.
So.
We have Jolly Street Pizza. We have Steel Belly Barbecue, the Dough Shop, Mauricio's, Cowboy Kettle Corn. He's always fun. The Lemonade Stand. Bite the Farm. We have a bunch of different vendors that come out.
Yeah, so don't eat before you go.
Yeah, don't eat. You should definitely save that for when you get to the park.
Yeah, that's a pretty big event. We've been going to that for a long time. You just sometimes got to watch the weather, but
yes,
it is Door County. I mean, the other day it was hailing and then it was 70.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of the weather changes so frequently here too, which does kind of worry us, especially for, our big event days, because I mean, after all that planning and then all of a sudden it's
I can't imagine that. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. We're not going to manifest that at all, so.
No, but there are a couple times in the year, in the fall and in the spring, that you can get all 4 seasons in one day here in Door County.
100%, and I feel like it's been that way recently.
Are there any other events that you want to bring up a little bit more in detail, or do you have a few more you just want to mention? And we might have covered them already, but it doesn't hurt to remind people.
No, all good. One I would like to mention for sure is our Bloodies, Brews, and Bacon event. It typically happens the first Sunday in August, and this is definitely... I mean, all of our events are for our locals, but with this particular event, it seems like really just like a locals event. It's like this whole reunion of all these locals in Sturgeon Bay. But what this event is that you buy a ticket for it and you get free Bloody Mary samples, flight of bacon from DC Meats, and then, a breakfast pizza from Sonny's Pizzeria, and you can just sip and vote for your favorite Bloody Mary, and there's a competition for first, second, and third, and there's live music, and it's really fun, and it's right on the patio of Sonny's, and I feel like that event is underrated, but locals obviously love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite events. The tickets are on sale now, so if anyone is interested, go to sturgeonbay.net.
A flight of bacon?
Yeah, so a flight of bacon.
Is it just different flavored?
Yeah, yeah, flight of bacon, and you also get Bloody Mary flights as well. It's really nice. We have so many different local restaurants that participate, like Door County Fire Company, Waterfront Mary's, Stone Harbor, or Brega's Plates and Pours, Sonny's Pizzeria, Brick Lot. You name it. Yeah, we have a bunch of bars coming out and celebrating this because Bloody Marys are huge in Wisconsin. Yep. And, our local businesses love this event as well.
Can you just give the date on that one more time again?
Yeah, it's August 2nd of this summer. So come on out Sunday, August 2nd for Bloodies, Brews, and Bacon.
So get to the website and get tickets, because I'm sure it's limited.
Not necessarily. It's not limited. Typically, we sell around 80 to 100, but we'd love to sell more.
Yeah. I think the Bloody Marys and flights of bacon, and I mean...
So Wisconsin.
Why aren't people there?
I know, right?
Unless we're just so used to that.
Yeah.
Some people that aren't from here, you got to explain to them what side pork, cheese curds, and a bubbler is.
Right. Exactly. The emphasis on the bubbler. Yeah. But yeah, one big event that's coming up that isn't this summer, but Tall Ships is coming back to Sturgeon Bay in 2028. We haven't totally nailed down the dates yet, but we'll have a bigger fleet this year, and we're really excited to bring them back. It was such a success this past summer, so we know our community and neighboring communities are really excited for that. So
that really draws a crowd when they're here.
Oh my gosh. It was like tens of thousands of people that came by, and our local businesses said it was one of their biggest days in terms of selling in a while, or just store traffic. So this is a huge event for Sturgeon Bay, and we're really excited to bring them back. It should be a fun time. I really enjoyed Tall Ships before, and this year with the bigger fleet, it should be even better. So we're very excited.
And then Harvest Fest, I know you mentioned that. I think people should know if they haven't been there. It's like a giant farmers market on steroids. And it goes all day. Is it even longer this coming year now?
It's 9 to 5 p.m. and We're still finalizing details because we are moving some things to the west side. So I won't get too in depth, but essentially the the farmers market Harvest Fest is really just like a giant block party filled with a bunch of vendors that range from different mediums. Like, we have like our clothing vendors, food vendors, and all sorts of different types of things. And then Starboard is a huge part of Harvest Fest. They do the Stein holding contest, the tapping of the firkin with Mayor Ward. They do the beer puppeteer. There's even a kids root beer holding contest, and they're a huge part of Harvest Fest, and they kill it every single year. Street art used to be at Martin Park, but this year it's on the West Side Promenade, so we'll have some other fun and exciting things over there as well. So there's a lot that will be coming out soon in terms of our local festivities with Harvest Fest, but you're just going to want to stay tuned for that.
Don't want to do the shameless plug, but make sure you subscribe, because
Yeah.
maybe we'll I would love to do this again throughout the summer.
Oh,
a couple
yeah,
times,
that would be fun.
because you're just loaded with information.
Yeah.
So
Loaded with all the info.
I know something goes on too, a little fun one around Halloween for the kids.
Yeah, so this year it's really fun. It's our event called Thrills and Chills, and it's pretty much just like a Halloween block party throughout downtown Sturgeon Bay. The kids, they all meet at Martin Park with their costumes on, and Quantum Technologies, who's typically our sponsor. They lead the parade down to, or shall I say the walk, down to Community Foundation Square, where the old bell tower is. And it's really just like a parade for the kids to show off their costumes. And then after it's over, Quantum says a couple words. They have some fun activities and games down there with a DJ. And then the kids go trick-or-treating, and the roads are barricaded off. So it's really safe and it's fun, and the kids absolutely love it. I love it. I dressed up as a cow last year, an inflatable cow. And so it was a lot of fun for me too.
I love those inflatable. They're so funny.
I know, they're so funny. I was like waddling, but it was fun.
And then the other thing I noticed that as a parent, really makes me happy, I'm noticing these new barricades.
Yeah.
That if somebody were to try to drive through them, the spikes come up and it's going to either launch your car or just destroy it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in this world, and
Right.
I've been noticing them, and I really like that a lot.
yeah.
Instead of just the orange,
Yes.
that anybody could
The
just...
blocks, yes. So that's another thing people don't know too, is we have a small team here at Destination Sturgeon Bay. So me and my coworker Andrea, who's also our events director, we were moving the barricades all by ourselves and setting them up each and every morning for the farmers market and for other events. So that was actually us out there, not the city of Sturgeon Bay, not the police department, not the fire department. It was me and my coworker Andrea doing that each and every morning. Along with these new barricades, it was huge that the city of Sturgeon Bay purchased these barricades, especially with what Kip was saying, like the state of the world now, you never know. And with Door County becoming more of a place for people to come and see, and you just never know. So it's better to be safer rather than sorry. And thank you for saying that too, because this was a huge investment for the city, and it also takes a load off of us as well. They're incredibly safe, and we're so thankful and grateful to the city of Sturgeon Bay, and especially the police department, because deploying these barricades aren't easy. There's individual pins that the police have to put into each of the barricades, and it's like 30 barricades long. So I know for Harvest Fest, they had I think Sergeant Alverson was up at 3 a.m. putting barricades out for us. And yeah, they're amazing, and we are so happy we have them, and we look forward to using them for all of our events now.
Yeah, it just feels safer seeing them, when you drive by, and it's...
Thank you, yeah.
They can still, if somebody really wants to be, I don't have a good word, but but this could stop the initial...
Yeah, it does stop a car, and that's what's awesome. The car would just
I see what they do if you look
yeah.
at it.
So it's huge for our community, and not only did the city of Sturgeon Bay purchase them, then the Door County Sheriff's Office also purchased them as well. So this is now going to be throughout all of the events in Door County, which is huge, especially with the influx of people that we get. And, it's not always someone trying to harm someone, but it could also just be an honest mistake, especially with people who don't know where they're going up here and they take the wrong turn. You just never know. So these are going to be really great for our community, and we've already seen it. So
Yeah, people can have a medical issue
Exactly.
in a car. Like I
Yeah.
know somebody that had like I don't know, this is always a dumb word to me, a minor heart attack, if there is such a thing. And he was in his car, but luckily, like, it didn't take him out enough. He was able to just hold his foot on the brake, and
Yeah.
he had his head
Yeah.
down, and somebody came in. Like, something like that can happen.
Right.
And I don't want to get too much off a topic, but the city of Sturgeon Bay and the police department, they do a lot of good things. One of my favorite things is I cannot drive down Michigan Street or past one of them schools without one or two cops sitting in a parking lot.
Yeah.
In like right across from the school.
Right.
Always in the morning, always in the afternoon,
Yeah.
whenever you drive by, because they're right there. It's almost like we have armed guards at the door. Anything can happen, but I see that all the time. So I love the Sturgeon Bay Police Department doing that. They're always looking out for the kids. And
Right.
a crowd and people. So I just wanted to throw that in there. It's little things I notice.
No, that's great. And I'm glad you noticed that too, because even with our events, we've had police officers walking up and down the streets or CSOs walking up and down the streets, and that does make a difference. And people do like to see that. They like to know that someone safe is around, someone that they could call if there's a medical emergency or lean on. It's just great that they're so involved also with our community and with our organization, and it makes all the difference for us. So yes, thank you, City of Sturgeon Bay and Sturgeon Bay Police Department.
Yeah, I just love that when I see them. Are there any other events or anything you want the people or businesses to know about Destination Sturgeon Bay or anything else going on the rest of this year here in town? Where they can, I know we said it once, but it's important to say it again at the end here, where they can go and online and basically it's all right there, and it is well organized. I was on there the other day.
Thank you.
And it was well organized.
Thank you. Yeah, just one other quick event that I will mention, which isn't technically our event. It's the Lodge's event, but Cherry Drop is coming to Sturgeon Bay for New Year's Eve this year, which is going to be huge for our community. If you guys aren't aware, the Cherry Drop used to be in Sister Bay, but now it's made their way down to Sturgeon Bay, so it's going to be a huge New Year's Eve festival with some fireworks, the Cherry Drop, and some vendors and food trucks. So that's going to be a huge celebration in downtown Sturgeon Bay, and we're really excited to have that be a part of our community for New Year's. But more information on that will come soon.
I like all these little teases. We definitely got to do this again.
I know, right? Like Kip was saying, we do have our website, sturgeonbay.net. We have our local events page, but then we also have a special events page. The special events page is specifically Destination Sturgeon Bay events, so like the events that I had just been discussing, those are on that page. Our local events page are all of our local business events that are going on throughout town. Our local businesses really are so creative and do so many different events throughout the year, and they fill out a form on our website to put the event on there. So definitely check out the local events page for live music, artist workshop, kids activities, and much, much more.
We put out a lot of information here.
I know.
I don't know how you keep a schedule just with all this stuff you're talking about, but I really appreciate you doing this and taking the time, and we definitely, if it's okay with you guys and your schedule, do this more, and the Destination Sturgeon Bay episodes could really update some people. Maybe it would turn into they put out a new one, let's see what,
Yeah. There's always something new going on, so it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, what was that secret information they were talking about? Maybe they released
All the
it.
teasers.
Yeah. So, well, I
right.
think that's going to do it. Anything else you want to say to the people?
I just want to say thank you to you for inviting me onto this. I had done a podcast before for the farmers market specifically, but it's really fun to do a podcast that gives me kind of like an overview of everything, all things Sturgeon Bay. So thank you for allowing me this opportunity, and I'm really excited to come back, hopefully, and share more with everyone.
Yeah, maybe we can do something too, like if you're running around during farmers market, do a little video or something during that. And so check out the YouTube page here for Door County Podcast, because there's going to be It's freshly started up, and there's going to be a lot of stuff happening on there and pictures too as well, along with this episode. I greatly appreciate your time, and let's talk soon. Again, thank you to Alexa for taking the time to do that interview. Did you get all that? I know, it was a lot of information. You can go find it on sturgeonbay.net whenever you would like, but at times there might be a few updates along the line that maybe you just want to listen to. Maybe you don't have time to go to the website and you want to listen to it while you're cutting the grass with your earbuds in or cleaning the house. That's why you want to follow this podcast. Hit the little bell so you get a notification when a new episode comes out. And we will be updating you more and more along the way throughout the entire summer. Also, make sure you check out our YouTube page because there will be video content there pertaining to events that we can make it to, and other things that you will not hear in this podcast, just the audio version. And we may have a video version sometime in the future, along with a couple other announcements. I greatly appreciate all of you that have subscribed and listened so far. I am very happy with the amount of streams and downloads that this podcast is getting. It means that we're reaching people, and that's what we want to do, is reach people so they can stay in the know. Everybody is busy, busy, busy. And a lot of times the earbuds in or plugging into your car on a trip or whatever, if you're just running around town, you can listen and get your information here. Let us know. At the end, we have where you can find the Door County podcast, including the email and everything. Let us know if there's certain other topics you would like to hear about, not just events. And we will be doing all kinds of things on this podcast. We're just getting it rolling. So, again, I want to thank all you listeners out there and everybody that's streaming it and downloading and listening. Make sure you check us out on the YouTube page. Until next time, with our Crossroads interview, here is everywhere you can find the show.
Like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss out. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at Door County Pod and on YouTube at Door County Podcast. Feel free to email the show with stories, questions, or if you are a business owner and would like to see what it takes to be a part of the show, doorcountypod@gmail.com.